We didn't plan for this. No script, no lines, no story. Guess what? We going for it, boys. Can y'all make some noise? Going for it was our only risk. We've come so far just to be so far back, trying to reel in our emotions just to reduce the slack. Still coming up short. Feeling the crack in the shell, and here it is cold, but out there it is hot as hell. Such an interesting tale. How could I know how hot hell is if I've never been there? Although that 13 in geometry was a scare, and being named a starter on JV as a junior did tear, my confidence in myself almost felt like a middle school dare. How could I know that 4th and 30 would be my life's obstacle? That porn could take over your mind. That choosing everyone else over yourself would hurt the more you go. I'm not complaining, just explaining that men have feelings too, you know. And even in my feelings, I smile when they go low. Even when I'm broke, I give and they don't know. Even in despair, I fight them with hope. Yes, I am dope. Yes, I inspire nations without being a pope. Yes, there is passion in my voice, and with that, I'm killing the noise. 4th and 30, guess what? We going for it, boys. Enough half-stepping, second-guessing. I stay in my head talking. It's time to commit to the marathon, giving old mentalities their bail bond, and I check my history. Consistent execution has always won. So I asked Coach Devine, like, yo, what's the play? Choose you, son, was the relay. So I'm racing to the field with my teammates. Faith, love, joy, and peace to convert this down and onto higher peaks. Then I see fear and doubt, shame on the other team. Similar feelings, but different dreams. We ran the play right down the seams, and tears of joy streamed down my faces. First down rang throughout the place, further supporting our case that the victory is within us in this race. I mean, in the marathon, and that's when I discovered bliss. Now we need to remember, we didn't plan for this. No script, no lines, no story. Yet on this beautiful September 5th day, here at Access 21 Studios, we all just converted 4th and 30. And welcome to Open Mic at 21. Yeah. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just a little, step into the spot, at Open Mic. Might as well start with poetry. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, big dog. So welcome. This atmosphere is where you can be heard, seen, and given the space to shine like the star you are. In this space, also, we are all about community. So feel free to connect with one another, for we go further together. So, you know what I'm saying? Converse, connect. Someone say something fire, be like, hey, dog, that was lit. Like, can I follow you, Graham? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Connect. Go ahead, do your thing. And I do want to let everybody know the list is open. It's right there on the mic stand in the back. So please sign your name. And I did say put a P if you want to perform, but I figured if you wrote your name, you wanted to perform. Is that understood? We all understand? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we go further together. We're doing this together. All right, cool. So if your name's on there, I'm going to call you up so you can get your time on the stage. I just got a couple of rules, you know what I'm saying? Just a couple of rules, you know what I'm saying? If you like rules, say rules. Okay, not too much. All right, I understand. It's a Friday, respectfully. But rule number 1, we're going to respect the mic. Can y'all say respect the mic? So when someone's up here, you know what I'm saying, giving their guts, pouring their feelings out, it can be, knees can start knocking, you know what I'm saying, boys, you know what I'm saying? So respect the mic, give them their energy, and that leads into rule number 2, give energy to the artist. So you know what I'm saying, if you like something, snap, clap, say rewind, say that, but of course be respectful. Now, if they don't rewind, just let them continue, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're at that point where they just got to go, so let them do their thing. And rule number 2.5, make sure your cellular devices are turned off or vibrate, not to disrupt the artists as they up there doing their thing. Rule number 2, so we're going to say about 1 to 2 pieces, all right? And if you would like, you can give some background that, what inspired the piece, you know what I'm saying? Because I want this space to be something that we can actually reflect on the pieces we say, and not just say it and like, all right, I'm gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get a little comfortable up here. Tell us about it. Rule number 4, plug yourself. Please do. Let the people know where they can find you. And don't worry, if you forget, I will gladly remind you. So, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to connect. We're going to do that thing. And rule number 5 is the last one. Just enjoy the show. You dig? You did. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Giving the energy back, you know what I mean? We doing this together. We in this together. So, all right. I messed up slightly. Could you give me the list, brother? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. See, I said we go further together on purpose because I slipped up. I said, get the list before you get on that stage. She said, are you ready to go? I said, yeah. Where the list at? Nowhere to be found. All right, all right, all right. So. We gonna start this list off. We going crazy on the list. We got a whole lot of folk. All right, so if y'all ready for y'all first artist of the night, say yes, sir. Okay, the energy picking up. Oh, the energy picking up. Okay, be bit. So first and foremost, we have, if I'm reading this correctly, Little Prey and Sidekick. All right, give it up for Little Prey and Sidekick, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, keep it up till they get here, till they get here.
You want me to go first? Okay. What up, y'all? My name's Sidekick. This just became Little Prayer and Theophilus. Yeah, we live here on the west side of Charlotte. We get to focus on agriculture and planting over there, and it is an absolute joy, and I appreciate doing it so much. Yeah, here we go. Let's get into it. I want to tell y'all that chronic illness ain't bad on the bad days. I would kill on death row. Would be so sick at being terminal. I've learned how to step into oncoming traffic without flinching. I tried to see the point of a bullet, stared down the barrel of my brother's revolver like it's a kaleidoscope. Impending death is clarity. Trying to drink sobriety is the days that I look like a mountain but feel like a pebble. It's the normal days I can't stand. The ones that house a switchblade ghost, trying to be human in a body that won't behave like one. I would rather be a boxer than try to learn the steps of this dance. I have tried so hard to punch the wind. Imagined pain with knife drawn, shingled, shedding teeth, tobacco-stained hands, hammering hard times on my head. Chronic illness is not a single story. No, multiple sclerosis is a library of cracked spines, a librarian hushing the whispers of, but you look fine. You will be okay. You're stronger than you think. And I want to be brave knight in bar fight. Young, dumb, and full of come get it. I ended up lightweight heavy hitter, cotton candy high kicks, holding sucker punches. Pain has grown up with me. I remember thinking the diagnosis would change something. But a rose is not the only thing that is the same under any name. Pain said, whatever I called her, she would always be in the mirror with me. My most loyal pitfall. Backpack straitjacket, tap tighten knee brace, buckle backbone, hold my every prayer intended for another ear, return to sender, withdraw bare knuckles, and I'll toss my hat into the wedding ring. The fire of our love a flicker. I know one day she'll take my breath away from my stained glass chin. Her sipping 1-2 punch. Leached, latched onto me, I've become a slugfest. Y'all, I don't know if I can be healed, but I want to be heard. Chronic illness and I are gloves off, squared off, holding hands. Boomeranging my voice around this world while I can, knowing that tomorrow might be another pebble day. Skipped across this waters of, this life is tough. And so is MS, and so am I, and I am here, and I did not get to choose my body, but my spirit does get to choose the dance, and that is victory. Ready? What's your name?
Fear.
Yeah. How old are you?
4. 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
We did this like a week ago, and when I told somebody, I was like, he's 2. Yeah. Sit right there and be quiet for just a second. That's why I told people, I was like, no, he's 2. They were like, let him speak his truth. If you want to go, right now's the time. You want to go? What's your name?
What's my 2? What did I do after the God thing?
I'll help you with that first. But
Okay.
first, what's your name?
Amen.
Yeah. What's your full name?
Amen a dear counts.
And who made you?
God.
And why'd God make you?
One's on glory.
Who loves you?
God.
Who else loves you?
Mommy.
Who else loves you?
Kevin.
It's a good answer. Why did you write your poem? You don't know why you wrote it? Okay. Where can they follow you? Hold on, baby. Where can they find you? Good enough. I will brandish.
Our brandest.
The blandest.
The blandest.
Man's anguish.
Mandingus.
With a ramphus.
With a ramphis.
Spoken to the ears.
Spoken to the ears.
Of any man.
Any man.
Who can withstand this.
Who can stand this.
And into your God poem.
What is my God?
That's up to you.
Oh, what's my God?
You want to do your dream? You got it, baby. Tell me one of your dreams. Did you have a dream last night? Do you want to just tell them thank you very much?
My God is so big, so strong, and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do.
You're doing great.
The end.
Good job, baby. All right, thank y'all for indulging us. That was awesome. Yeah, these kids are the best, and they're a small representation of like the other kids in our neighborhood. So please, if you pray, say a prayer for my wife, because our door has got hinges, and they be getting used with lots of kids in the neighborhood. So she is an angel and a saint for it. I struggle more with that sainthood. I am God's lap dogmatic. I was born in the shadow between faith and doubt, a mixed breed pup. Part prayer, part scream, a wholly defiant joke. Part loyal, part rebellious, wholly human. I know I'm heaven bound, but I am entrenched in this earthly mess. My family is a packed pew holy howl, a tent revival, pitched over an uneven graveyard. We come together with my wife, who just because she is gracious, don't mean that she ain't got gun shells in her speech. Just because I'm feral, don't mean I ain't faithful some nights. I feel like God might have put me on this earth just to make the rest of y'all not feel so goofy. But I still got that dog in me, growling at the stars. Pluto is closer than you think. I'm a stupid hound being snoopy around God's closet, scared about how many skeletons might be in there. Do you ever wonder, dog, why we're here? Like maybe God hit pause on all our allergy alerts and we started coughing up confidential conversations. Yeshua, I'm sorry for talking about your girl that way. I've been slumming it too, y'all. Who knew that divinity could blush so human? I've got a bushel of Eve-bitten guilt. Don't blame the girl, God. It was my fault line she tripped on. I'll chew through my own collar and bring you a mouthful of my own vertebrae, crumping on shattered glass, God's lapdog, licking up grace like cheap whiskey, wiping the hell off my knuckles. I have spent many a night in the back alley of this city of lights. This is red light district redemption, watching Mary Magdalene's needle tracks shine like stigmata, pissing on stained glass. God didn't put me in this back alley cage match because he thought I'd lose. I ain't stuck in here with the devil. He's stuck in here with me. Children, our job is to make a Job-sized bet that God is better than I think. I'm taking jabs, ringing Beelzebub's bell, baby, and we'll have him catching the flatline dial tone tonight. This body of Christ needs a testimony, a testament, an intestine. Some of us are full of it and doing the work we were made for. My wife and I are raising pit bull pedigree pups ready for this dog fight with the devil at night. You can hear them whimpering in their cages, dreaming of the ring. Last Tuesday, I found the smallest one chewing her own tail off. Abba, Daddy, does it hurt less when you pretend it's someone else's? I don't know, baby. Some nights I don't know if I believe in God, but I know he believes in you, and so do I. Oh, if you want to find me, I'm right here. If you want to follow me, I'm driving a 2016 Santa Fe. I'm on Instagram at GREYLAN. Spell it all again. That's GREYLAN, Graylin. Appreciate you guys.
Give it up one time for Graylin and his babies. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get her full name. It's Amen of Amen Adair Counts, man. Whoo, she packing power with her name. You know what I'm saying? When she get the poems right, it's really gonna hit even harder. But she worked through it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh no. She was like, oh, I remember that part. Yeah, that's what's up, though. That's what's up. And see, man, this is what open mic at 21 is. It's a family event. You know what I'm saying? Bring the kids if you want to. I understand sometimes parents need a night out. You know what I mean? I understand, but they feel free to come through because they need this as well. They need outlets to be able to let up all those emotions and just let them bubble up and come out. Because, you know what I'm saying, we don't want that in a fight or any other way. We want that to be a constructive way. So, heck yeah. But enough of me talking. I'm going to get out your way. If y'all ready for your next poet, say, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Just met this brother today. Can't wait to see what he gonna spit to us today. None other than Mr. Mac, a.k.a. Dion Griot. Give it up for him. Give it up.
I wish I had anticipated being on camera. I probably would have dressed in something that could actually be good for being on stage. But I'm Dion Griot. Dion Griot is meant to be a portmanteau of the French phrase de un griot, meaning of one West African storyteller. This is going to be my take on Aesop's fable, the scorpion and the frog, and this one is called The Scorpion and the Water Snake. Once, some time ago, in a somewhat close-by place, a scene played out by a lake between a scorpion and a snake. The scorpion was looking to cross, to reach the opposite shore, but the scorpion knew not how to swim and lingered, wanting more. Then came, slithering by, the snake, out from grass to sand, and was about to enter the lake when the scorpion made its stand. Hello, water snake, I know your name. The scorpion then made clear. The sudden recognition made the snake stop and stare. I'm at a loss, for I know not yours, the snake coldly admitted. The scorpion scuttled over, its enthusiasm unabated. I wish to cross the lake, and I need you to assist. You see, I know not how to swim. Please help me. I insist. The snake's eye fell to Scorpion's sting. Both did not move nor waver. Then the snake slowly hissed and gave the scorpion an answer. I'll help you, said the snake. Just follow in my stead. Then the snake entered the lake and began to swim ahead. The snake then stopped to turn around. On the water's surface, its head a bead. The snake called out to the scorpion. It's easy. Just do what I did. The scorpion, shocked and frustrated, knew that it had been found out. Without a word, scuttled away, deciding to take the longer route. The scorpion's sting was poison, its words a honey trap, but the serpent's shrewdness saved it from falling to mishap. Thank you. I've got one more. This one is called But We Chose to Die. Looking upon a crafted tower with mirrored glass and halls of power, one can't help but pause, admire the works the hands have wrought. Expanding upon the course of nature, uncovered secret apertures to bend the primal forces to perform the deeds we want. Out of all the creatures that ever were, as far as we can tell, well equipped to escape world's end unscathed, as nature is felled, as the same forces that nurtured growth cradle into a cold grave. The smart, the wise, the bold among us might our species save, yet peril lurks around the corner. A minute or two to close the hour, almighty triumphs made to be but ash across the plain. The fires used to forge elements, to build the dreams of our desires, now to raise homes and lay to waste entire empires. A simple question comes to mind. An answer is not required. Why, oh why, would man made to live forever, ever choose to die? Traversing from the physical, unbound by rules biological, to an ephemeral realm known to most as metaphysical, the inquiry takes on a guise that may be termed as purely spiritual, as it asks about the soul and the consciousness to which it's bound. May a disembodied identity, unhorsed from its mortality, persist in existing as some are prone to think? One for whom nature's death has small meaning, yet yearns towards fulfilling desires clustered in its wake. A soul alone, wrapped in cold truth, bathed in its depravity, burns with regret, singed by melancholy. That same soul, partnered, joined in solidarity, illuminated to the heights of joy and revels in its glory. Division is the enemy. Dissension mars its throne. The souls that need to live together decide to die alone. A question comes to mind, desires an answer to its cry. We were made to live forever, but we chose to die? Pressing on, from discussion that's primarily philosophical to examine the truly personal in the matters of faith. A pattern of receiving after choosing to be believing makes impossible to lay this inquiry on an objective plate. A few faiths of significance suggest that we were formed to pass a test, a struggle against our basest basic desires, struggling between the spirit and the flesh. One is life, the other death, rewarded with paradise or burned by eternal fire. Victory is a privilege of the few. As many are called, but few are chosen. The flesh fails to get one going far, yet there is an anomaly. For out of these predominant beliefs, one is spectacularly singular. It claims that a God not created, made itself a man, came to earth a pauper, died to fulfill a plan. A familiar question comes to mind, though its subject has now switched sides. Why would a God who has lived forever, ever choose to die? And answers provided as simple and brief, yet perplexing in its magnitude, as puzzling as its deep. It was an act of love for the undeserving. The divided wants enemies to be reunited with him as kings. The abrogation of a death sentence by placing it upon himself. The fulfillment of that punishment by putting himself to death. Now the substitute for the crimes of the entire earth, he resurrected his host and sentenced death to death. The results that those who had once chosen death would be free to finally choose life. Why would we who have chosen death not revert our choice to life? Thank you. Oh, okay. Like I said, I'm Dion Griot. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Dion Griot Word on Instagram, and I believe it's just Dion Griot on Facebook. Thank you.
Give it up one time for Dion Griot. Yeah. So I feel like a usher. We have one seat here. We have one seat in the front. We have, oh, that's Frank's. We have two. I think we have one in the back. All right. Fill in. Do your thing. Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I see you. God is with you. Yes, he is. Amen. And Ashe. All right now. Don't get me started. Don't. Come on now. Okay, stop it. All right. So, man, it's so good to see y'all faces. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to take a minute sometimes and just to appreciate the moment. You know what I mean? This is only our second open mic, and this is the most that we've ever had. We got my boy Tariq coming in here, pulling out seats. We making it work. You know what I'm saying? We gonna give y'all somewhere to sit. You know what I mean? So I thank y'all for real. Huge shout out to Access 21 for giving us this space to come do our thing. And yeah, without further ado, we go ahead, continue on with the show. If you're ready for your next poet, say, uh-huh. Okay. Oh, I heard the kids. Yeah. All right, man. Me personally, I haven't seen this brother perform in a minute. And that's broski. So I'm interested to see what he gonna come with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring him up. His name is none other than a poet named Superman. Bring him up. Hey, dog, you put your name up there.
I was not expecting. I was gonna hold on.
I bought some time until he getting ready. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. People signed up and they just put their name next to a number. I was like, oh, I thought everyone just do 1 through, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So you chose 3.
I did. Okay, I thought you were gonna randomize.
No, dog. In order. You know what I'm
Actually, I feel like sitting down. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all make some noise for Knox one time, please. Shout out to him, man. To see his progress as not only a poet but also a host is like really amazing. So, really proud of him, and I'm happy to be here. Hey, y'all. My name is a poet named Superman. Yes, you got to say the whole thing. A poet named Superman, like a Tribe Called Quest, or a pimp named Slickback, or just Joe Brown. A poet named Superman. I'm gonna do a couple of poems for y'all. If that's cool, say cool. Hey, Knox. Question. You ever think that you so dope as a writer that you couldn't write something bad? Me neither. All right. We're gonna try it out right now though. Let me channel my little Wheezy. I can say don't rhyme and it's gonna rhyme easy. I'm a G. Easy. No, like literally, my name is Greg, so I guess that means I'm two G's easy, especially since I'm colder than a winter morning watching snowfall as the snow falls, but I'm no Jeezy. However, I'm definitely blacker than two G easies. It ain't safe, it ain't safe. Get out my way and leave me alone. I wish I knew where this poem was going. Like, I wish the stars would align some form of constellation and take me to the destination where the point of this poem is. Another question, is a poem bad if you don't know what it's about? Or are you just not listening? Because I'll get hit with questions like, are your chakras misplaced, poet? Are your crystals not glistening enough in the moonlight, poet? Are you not writing your poems on pages of sage, poet? How you feel, poet? You feel down, poet? You broke, ain't you, poet? You lonely, ain't you, poet? You about tired of me swinging on this flat tire of my own satire, poet? Ain't you about tired of that, poet? Actually, you know what? You think you know my life. You think you get to tell me whether I'm dope or not. You think you at the helm of my self-esteem ship. If that's the case, then put the coal in my furnace and tell me I'm terrible. Call me crazy, label me loser, damn me to dopeness. It is hell here, and yet angels all around me still snort fire, pop bottles of brimstone, pluck syringes full of sulfur, and inject infective intuition like it's nothing, like life ain't nothing, like trauma ain't nothing, like sin ain't nothing. Nigga, I'm dope. I'm so dope. I'm the result of Will Smith getting smacked in the mouth with a glass pipe filled with crack rock by Chris Rock. I'm so dope. I am my own rehab center. I'm so dope. I'll be on the block. I'll be on the block serving my community. No, like literally, I was born in the 80s. I was created specifically to be spread throughout the community. I'm so dope. I'm so dope. I don't know if I'm from Carolina, Jersey, or VA with the way I push her word to the T to serve all the babies, this Whitney that's in my veins. Nigga, I'm dope. I mean, my bad, I'm dopamine. I mean, I'm dope. I mean, I'm dope. I'm mean. I'm awesome. I'm angry. I'm gully. I'm bully. I'm a hero doused in heroin. Nigga, I'm dope. I'm dope even when I try not to be. At least to me anyway. And ain't that the point of this trash ass dope ass poem? Or were you just not listening? Appreciate you guys. It feels nice to be in an intimate setting like this. I like this. This is dope. Quick plug. So I host a platform called Release Therapy. It is a writer's workshop and an open mic, a poetic event that's been running for 9.5 years now. It is actually how I met Knox, and how Knox met his wife. Yeah, we go way back. But follow me on Instagram if you like anything that you hear at A Poet Named Superman. Follow the page for Release Therapy at Release Therapy LLC. I'm gonna do one more piece. Not only am I here to support Knox, but I'm also here to support the feature for tonight, Frank Expression. I love when he features, so I try to make it a point to be there when he does. Y'all are in for a treat. I asked him if there was anything he wanted me to do before he featured, and this is the poem that I'm going to do because he asked for it, okay? So, yeah. So I suffer from imposter syndrome, and it feels like when you wake up and your first thought is, why? Like today ain't gonna be no better than yesterday, or the day before that was a worse day. I've been having a string of bad days. Or maybe I've just been allowing the bad things that occur during those days to determine the full value of my days. I've been tripping with no map. And that's wild, considering that I have a GPS, a godly positioning system at my fingertips. But sometimes I don't trust the routes given. So I take detours and wonder why I don't make it to my destinations on time. Silly me. I allow how I feel about myself to intercept my drive to be more than just decent. I know I'm not supposed to be perfect, but you know what? I am so sorry. Hold on. Let me look myself in the mirror. I am high-key handsome as fuck. Let me look at some past performances, stage presence like a mug. Let me flip through some old poems. I'm doper now than what I already thought of. Hey, yo, do I not realize that I'm that guy and that I've been that guy? The answer is yes. I absolutely don't. Because I don't want what comes with being that guy. But why would God birth me with ingredients to bake a cake of greatness if I'm not supposed to get full from it? I am the fruits of my own labor. What am I questioning myself for when there's so many things that he's been keeping me alive for? Y'all, cheating death is taking another breath to me. Facing fears is what did the 5 figures say to the face, slapping the face out of all of those fears to me. Y'all, before I was Superman and y'all had to remind myself that I thought I was Superman to me. You know what? I am Superman to me, and maybe this is what I need, a confirmation, a gut check, to remind myself that I still have purpose, to remind myself that I am not worthless, that my baggage be part of the package, my suffering be my luggage, not as a carry-on, but to remind myself, oh yeah, to carry on. It doesn't matter what the suitcases look like, just know that I'm in my fucking bag. And it's always been heavy over here. As much as life has uppercutted me up, I still be Atlas, even when I had no mattress. And as much as people appreciate how much I pour, there's no Fantastic Four that can touch my Galactus. No Michael, no Janet, no Joe can jack this son. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ugh. I am for real. Lights, camera, action, sweet. Life is sweet when you're in tune with thee. And now I got to remind myself I almost lost myself because of me. I've been so paranoid of other imposters that I've been negligent of the imposter within me. I talk down to myself when I'm flying up because beating myself up in order to strengthen myself seemed cool. I was wrong. Smooth. Thought I had the controller to my life. Hit down, quarterback, whatever button on the latest Fighting for My Life game. Found out I was wide receiving the wrong move. Sometimes it takes a blitz of bliss to motivate me to tackle my issues. I am not that dude. Just because of the poems that I produce, I am more than that. And if it takes for me to see past the cracks and fragments of my distorted reflection, I'll do that to remind myself that I am not an imposter. I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be, when I'm supposed to be, daily. My name is the poet named Superman. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, you lucky. Yeah. You already plugged yourself. I was there. I was definitely finna, you know what I'm saying, bring you back. But he did it. You know what I'm saying, circumvent the wheel. But give it up for a poet named Superman. Yeah. Man, I ain't seen my guy perform in a minute. That was a treat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That first one was nice. I like how you set that up. You know what I'm saying? Because dang, like, even though you felt like it was bad, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. It was dope. I see what you're saying. You ain't Clark Kent tonight. You know what I'm saying? All right. But yeah, if y'all having a good time, can I get a oh yeah? Oh snap, the energy is right. Oh, we lit. Okay. We just gonna keep this thing rolling because yeah, we on time. All right, so your next poet. I'm so excited for what she about to bring. I'm so excited for what she about to say on this mic. Give it up for none other than Shane. Keep it going.
Look, you know what's crazy? So, like, yeah, the list is going in order, right? No one signed up after Superman. And I got here late, and I was like, okay, I'll take that 4th spot. All right, so that's how that happened. Y'all don't be scared. Don't be scared. Great set, man. All right, let's go. Conversations lately, this past month have been a lot surrounding identity. And I guess the only message that I really want to say to y'all is don't let anybody take your identity, right? Because I guarantee you that if you're not the one writing your story and that pen is just sitting on that table, somebody else going to pick up that pen and write it for you. And no one gets to do that but you. Not your family, not your friends, nobody gets to tell you who you are but you. So this poem is an exploration in that for myself. I spent $300 on makeup, $200 more on hair products, and still couldn't cover up the ballistics of trauma. couldn't flat iron out the breakage from the split ends of my roots, I sliced a smile into my face, thinking I could jack-o'-lantern my way into being more approachable. But it just left me hollow as a hollow point. You could throw Louis Vuitton on it, but it's still a wolf in designer clothing. You can muzzle a monster, but your blood's still gonna curdle when it stalks into the room. You could put a three-piece suit on the devil and still smell the brimstone cologne seeping out his breast coat. People who've been through some shit, they just walk different. Must be the scope of their shadow. No color-corrected contacts are gonna counteract irises that seen too much too fast. There ain't enough conditioner in this world to smooth out my rough edges. I'm tattooed with triggers. Got me feeling more at ease teaching poetry in a detention facility than walking into an upscale art gallery. I've been trying to hide my history, glossing over the gunpowder with a magazine because the elite will always find a way to display the shotgun of your shame. And isn't it funny how the person who is always seen as a safe space can just as easily turn into a threat around those who never danced with danger? And I got a fistful of thorns in my jaw from doing the tango. I'm tired of trying to make everyone comfortable with my presence, when the fact is we've all been through something. Some just carry it better than others, and the rest of us, we carry it as our purpose. It becomes us. So you show me your hands, and I'll point to the creases of your prayers, the layers of dirt hidden there, and your lie of a clean innocence. Call me a devil. But no, that means I don't need an invitation to enter. You see, possession is a profession for those of us who had to fight for our right to be here. Go ahead, clutch your pearls and purses when I walk into a room. I'm a thief, it's true, because I steal the breath from the room. I'm a manipulator, it's true, because I'll make you question your conscience, braid your bias into something beautiful, have you confused at the circumference of the halo, make you wonder who's a saint and who's a sinner, only to expose that there's no difference. So keep your Maybelline. So maybe I could stop playing make-believe that I need to cover up anything as a cover girl. I won't Revlon the revolver of my tongue any longer. You can keep your mantra that your body be a temple. I'll carry mine like God built me, a fucking arsenal. Got to move the chair because PTSD is real. I'm like, who's back there? Somebody back there. All right. It's a journey, y'all. It's a healing journey. I'm getting ready to start back school season with our Henderson students in Salisbury. It's the alternative school there. Their movie is being shown at Independent Picture House tomorrow at 10 a.m. If you want to come see it, it's called Toxic Love. You will laugh. You might get triggered. But it's really, really beautiful. So if you want to come celebrate our students, please come out to Independent Picture House tomorrow at 10 a.m. You'll see me there. I wrote this poem for them. And also for Tim the Troll. And if you know me, this is a classic. Everybody loves this. But I figured in honor of the school season starting back, I would do this piece. So, the day my TED Talk was released, I was so excited. My talk was called There's No Such Thing as a Bad Kid, based on my work in lockdown facilities. Now, most of the comments on YouTube were supportive. And then there was Tim, who commented, told by the person who looks like she burnt down an orphanage in her childhood. Ouch. Dear Tim, how did you find out? What gave it away? Was it the soot on my fingers, the burnt shoelace? Or was it the children running in all directions to their freedom? You're right. I burned it down. I did it for every child in the foster system who got sexually assaulted behind closed doors and paperwork. Children who were told their trauma wasn't valid enough for violent outbursts. Teens, my own students, who cut off ankle bracelet monitors to break out the group home because they weren't safe enough. So I showed up on the front porch, my voice a torch, my tongue a pitchfork, to show them how bright a heart could burn, how love can break bricks down and infiltrate oppressive systems, how the flicker of passion can backdraft a building into belief and hope. What you think I did the talk for? What was I supposed to look like, Tim? Polished, perfect hair and skin, like I wasn't supposed to come out the flames of hell with no split ends? Don't you know that judgments are reserved for those privileged enough to have never seen horror? Don't you know that knights in shining armor are liars who have never seen battle? It's the warriors with dented metal you want fighting for your honor. Tim, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't make it to your childhood in time to burn it down for you. Didn't stop the shadows from staining your eyes with defense mechanisms to protect the little boy who slumbers within them. But honey, now that you know what a hero looks like, maybe you could become one of them. Tim, there's so many orphanages, and I only got so many matches I could strike at once. Maybe you could sit down your judgments, pick up a flame, and find your purpose. There's too many kids who need us. On average, a child is abused every 10 seconds. Y'all, so far in this poem alone, there's already been 12 of them. Tim, maybe you got a few blemishes, a few scars that shamed you into believing you had to hide them. But honey, it's okay to look like you've been through it. How else are little soldiers supposed to find the medics? Tim, I got enough love to gift you a box of matches, to uncurl my fistful of ashes and hold the hand of your inner child. Can't you see that it's the damaged ones like us that make a difference? So honey, please take my hand and let's go find your orphanage. Thanks, y'all. So Instagram, Facebook, Shane, Shane, Maynor, Manier. Thanks, y'all.
Y'all probably know the drill by now. Give it one more time for Shane. Yeah. Encore? Oh, listen, I wish. Because she brought that heat, you know what I'm saying? Man, so good to see you, Shane. So good to see everyone, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have these moments throughout the show, so just get used to it, you know what I'm saying? This is dope. Like, any moment we can breathe and have activity in our limbs, that's a dope moment. So really appreciate every moment that you have. And now we're going to get to the next poet, you know what I'm saying? So we follow each other on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I've seen her joints on Instagram, but like, I need to see that thing in real life. So I'm glad she pulled up. You know what I mean? So without further ado, I'm going to bring up your next poet. If you're ready, say, oh, yeah. Miss B Poetic.
How y'all feeling? So I'm Bridget. My first poem I'm gonna do is gonna be a poem I opened up for the artist of the Black Charlotte album, and it's called An Ode to Charlotte's Black History. I heard this city was built on red clay, lineage stretching back centuries, clay clutching memories like marrow, stomp hard enough the ground don't shake, she sings. Barbershop dreams carved into this foundation, sharper than any fade. Sweet tea gossip spilling off front porches. Grandmama's greens you could smell 3 blocks away. Taste love before you even touch the door. But nobody told us about the real Black Charlotte. Brooklyn, Biddleville, Cherry, hoods that held hymns in sidewalk cracks. Posts pounding under every street sign they renamed. Wrecking ball kissed her crown with violence, cracked her shine, buried the shards beneath boulevards and had the nerve to call it progress. But this red clay still hums, still remembers, still roars. Johnson C. Smith ain't just a school, it's a sanctuary built off struggle, where protests met poetry and walked hand in hand, where books met bullhorns, classrooms turned into command centers. These students sat in, stood out, and demanded change. And Harvey B. Gantt didn't just sketch freedom into blueprints. He paved a path a whole city could walk through, black, bold, proud, like we belonged here. This city's first Black mayor didn't just leave office. He left a reminder. We ain't foreign. We ain't guest. We are the foundation. We are the blueprint too. And to those who cracked the mic so we could speak, lit the match so we could burn brighter. J. Ward, blues, forces that couldn't be silenced. They didn't just write poems. They built bridges, spilled verses into our cups, let us sip slow from truth. A slam master, and this city's first poet laureate, didn't just speak for Charlotte, that turned Charlotte all the way up, taught us to be still. Hear the heartbeat beneath the pavement. Listen to the rhythm buried deep in her red clay roots. And this red clay still has our names written in it, still spins our stories. She still roars. So remember this. We've been here. We built this. We are this. And we ain't going nowhere. So this next piece is called Resurrection. And this year has been full of ups, full of downs, lots of wins, a couple losses, but most importantly, being able to overcome. I thought faith was supposed to feel like peace until my knees buckled. And every time I threw my hands up to heaven, life shot down another burden that cut my oxygen. No air left in my lungs to breathe, broke my spine in two. Tasted the blood of unanswered prayers on my tongue, my thoughts turned into a game, and the devil never missed his shot. 6 months into this year, and it was already hell. Seems like my scale has forgotten how to tip toward grace. You see, the bills stacked up like the same odds that were against me and showed no mercy. Depression knocked on my front door and made my house his home. Anxiety strapped up her heels and marched on my chest like a riot that would never end. My hallelujahs bent all out of shape. I screamed them, and heaven still pretended not to hear. My praise turned into a white flag on the battlefield. And here I am, staring down a pill bottle at 6 a.m., pleading with my own reflection to please fight back. And I wonder, how do I supposed to keep breathing when every breath feels borrowed? How am I supposed to keep fighting when life constantly hits me with a KO? I no longer recognize myself. See, I used to wear joy on my face like Sunday's best. And now, joy is a memory my face can't recall. And I'm unsure when my reflection became more obituary, when the mirror started writing eulogies in my own breath. But I stumbled across a scripture, Psalms 121, verse 1-2, that says, I will lift up my eyes to the hills from which comes my help. So I looked, eyes heavy like levee, vengeance swelling all in my chest, rage all in my thoughts. I asked, why me? A voice whispered back and said, why not you? You were built for this. Said, I knew your name before you ever knew who you was, a champion, built for chaos. Said you were meant to walk through the fire without smelling the smoke. Said to sit at his right hand and let me make footstools out of what tried to bury you, in every piece of shade that was thrown would be my shelter. Said vengeance was never mine but his, and I didn't need to sit across the board because he had already called checkmate. You see, even in the valley, he was my beacon of hope. Said to trust God with all my heart and let him handle this storm. And as for me, I'll show them what survival wrapped in glory looks like. The true definition of never folding under pressure. To keep my head up, my crown upright, in a cemetery full of doubt, and just like that phoenix, I rose from the ashes and called it resurrection. Thank y'all. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Behave Bridget. That's BEHAVE Bridget, and thank you.
Give it one more time for Be Poetic. I'm so glad to get to see you in person, to give you these flowers in person. Way better in person. Way better. The energy is thick, and it's the necessary thick though. You know, like you really uplifted the folk. You uplifted me. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak for everybody, but personally, You did. So thank you for coming, for real. All right, we're going to keep this thing rolling because, man, sheesh, you ain't pulling no punches, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to bring up the next artist. I haven't seen them before, you know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see what she got to say. None other than TM Truce. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
No, I'm playing. I am kind of. Hi, I'm TM Truth. You can follow me on Instagram and YouTube at TM Truth with an S. My first piece is called Letting Go. Letting go. Letting go for me is something new. It's not because I haven't experienced loss, but acceptance is a process too. And yes, holding on hurts, but it's a pain I've lived through. Been on my healing journey, so it's wisdom I accrue. Ties from phases, friends, and foes have all been cut. Truth is, I finally love myself that much. Nothing personal, I just had to get out of that rut. And the confidence is built has been clutch. Place all of my old baggage in my mind's basement. Irreplaceable I am, so there's no displacement. The thought of letting go used to make me feel tense. I justified holding on because it made sense. Everything has its seasons and some never end. Sometimes letting go is like waving bye to an old friend. You can love them from a distance, but keep your zen. That's how you invite bigger blessings in. Always ride for your people and stand on all 10. But when that time comes, don't be afraid to start again. So my second piece is called Hopeful Romantic. Hopeful Romantic. I'm a romantic of the hopeful persuasion. The type to rewrite timelines after one night of beautiful conversation. I see possibilities in every stunning black woman who notices me. With one double take, I'm flashing my teeth, and this smile, as you can see, is almost as charming as me. She's the bell to my beast, the leaves to my tree, and if there's a problem, no, she's calling me. Love the way her body curves, but I'm trying to curl her toes on my sheets. Get down on one knee and travel the seas. I've manifested love so long, I'm starting to think she's not looking for me. She's at home right now talking to her homegirls about the lack of fish in the sea. I know the hot girls outside, but where the loyal women be? You know, the healers, the nurturers, and somebody sweet. I love to take her out, show off, grab something to eat. When I see you, Fantasia on repeat. About you ain't no surrender, no retreat. This is me writing our love story. Can't wait till we meet. Again, you can follow me at TM Truth with an S on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you.
Keep it going for TM Truce. Yeah. Shoot. She said the hot girls outside. Where the loyal woman at? That's real, you know what I'm saying? Someone need to have a loyal woman song. But anyways, it's not my ministry. But appreciate you. Thank you for coming. That was fire. Definitely come back. I want to hear some more. For sure, no. I'm definitely finna follow everywhere. All right, shut up, Caitlin. All right, so the next poet. I'm excited to see him. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Good day. I'm lit. If you're having fun, can I get some noise or something? What that dance they be doing on TikTok? You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Your next poet, he just said call him P. So we're gonna bring up P, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, y'all? My name P.S. Farewell is short. Well, P is short for P.S. Farewell. Can I hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all some very strong poets in here. Be poetic. I'm very inspired by y'all. I've been writing for a long time. I'm trying to really get my bearings for real. And just recently this year, I feel like I'm starting to really have something, that I like, that I feel like I wanna, express. I will say that my poems are not as long as y'all's, which is something that I'm working on. I try to have them be very strong all throughout. And so I'm gonna start with a couple. This may not be too long, but here's one that I recently wrote. Sorry, I didn't know I was coming up next. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Hold on. Oh my God, I wrote the poem on my laptop. All right, I'm gonna go with this one. Let me see if I can remember it. Hold on. Be patient with me. Sorry. I usually don't, do them like this. I'm a songwriter for real. Hold on. Let's see. This one is for the survivors, the ones who did more to survive and thought and maybe fought and died. This one is for the alive. You dug and ducked and dodged and made it to the other side and staked your claim to the mirage. You made it. You claimed it. You are greatness. You are hated. I have your fight within me still. Your like and your light and lightness within me still. I have it. It roars in me in the morning like a lion. It strikes strong and high from the sky like lightning. Pumps through my blood, my mother's and my child's beat. That's the first one I wrote recently. Thank you. I appreciate that. Of course, I'm leaving my stuff in the car. These other ones are not as strong, but I will say them either way. I do apologize for not being prepared tonight. I'm going to say this one. I've seen this one before, and nothing really happened. It's a poem inspired by Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou said, "Take me somewhere I haven't been before, and I'll be grateful for the fresh air, and even more for the pain when I breathe it, and even more for the solitude and the loneliness that stabs my heart when you leave. And let the destination be as foreign as the adventure. And when we get there, still thirsty for exploration, like Christopher Columbus. And when it's over, at peace with the ending, like me with the song. Unsatisfied, undiscovered." Thank you. I'm gonna go to some of my younger poems that I made a while ago. They're a little bit more childish. Of course, they're short. But they're some of my favorites. And next time I will not do this. Apologies. Okay, hold on. Okay. Here we go. This one's called A Spoonful of Life. This is probably one of my favorite poems that I wrote. Very short. I actually started writing this when I was going through a whole lot. I guess, growing up. Quite tart like tangy. When it hits my taste buds, I curl up like a sick man in bed. It goes down like hot rocks, makes me gag hard and ugly. But I still swallow, stomach heated, swirling like hot, hot soup. Throat tingling with ash, my anus clenched tight, dashing to the bathroom. Woof, I have diarrhea. And, like a spoonful of life. I'm going to end with one. Yeah, that one's crazy, right? I like it, though. Apologies. Let's do this one. This one is about a relationship that I was in for 5 years. I'm originally from Long Island. I spent a lot of time in Queens, and then I moved to the Queen City, and I love women. This one's called October the 11th. For the past year of my life, the theme has been Queen. My departure to Elizabeth was broken. She watched me go through motions as we gradually got closer and closer to this moment 1 year ago. It must have been that damned '02 Honda Accord coupe. More than grateful I didn't kill you. More than grateful I didn't kill Johnny. Finding solace in your bosom, our relationship blossomed. For such short 2 months it seemed, your energy still fastened to that passenger seat, your touch still pressing from that night. My curiosity has been stricken like Benjamin, only to find that fate has brought me closer to my soulmate. You helped me see, then I thank God. We never went off wandering, just acknowledging each other, and now we get to enjoy 100 years in love. Thank you. P.S. farewell online. You know, but if you're gonna follow me, I'm gonna follow you back, but don't unfollow me. Love y'all though, I love y'all.
Get it one more time for P. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Listen, dog, that's part of the reason we created this space. Like, I really love people to come on stage and like haven't done this a lot and find their way through it. Cause I feel like once you get that first one out, it's like, when I get back on that stage, I'm gonna come ready. You know what I'm saying? So definitely come back, bro. I can't wait to see more of your work in that joint on the laptop. I was looking forward to that joint, dog. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But all right. If you're ready for your next artist, say, oh yeah. All right. So the name on the seat says Just Justified. So bring on up. Keep it going till she get on up here.
All right. Hey. All right. So those artists that he was talking about that barely been up here before and barely do this, that's me. All right. So I got a book. All right. So this one I actually I wrote this during the time of the Adriana Smith situation. So this one kind of held a place in my heart a little bit with what happened. So she was black. She was a woman. Two titles some meant to be deemed with shame, where a woman's lifeless body is an incubator and hardly anybody calls her name. The cries of loved ones fell on deaf ears, all because of laws. Some of the first in history without consent continues to expose this country's flaws. A test subject, all in the name of science, holding a pregnancy beyond her death. The story of excruciating headaches and overlooked blood clots followed by her last breath. She was black. She was a woman. Two titles meant to be deemed with shame, much more than the human incubator that she ultimately became. 7-year-old's tears expressed as her son asked, when will mommy wake up? But the truth is, son, the truth is, they don't really care about us. We are constantly subjected to medical experimentation, but our cries go in vain, sent right back out of those hospital doors when we cry out in pain, wondering, will they ever hear our cries and will they ever treat us humane? For on the fabrics of this country's flag, the blood of our people is stained, and the fabrics of this country's flag, the blood of our people is stained. And the slap in the face as the news outlets reported her baby was delivered. I think the word extracted should have more effectively been considered. She was black. She was a woman. Two titles deemed with shame. Now is the time we take a moment just to say her name. Adriana Smith, say her name. Everybody. Thank you. All right. Her name will hold the weight of the overlooked and experimented on who have ever met her fate. She was a nurse, and the same field she worked in was the same one that failed. The pleas of the family for just the choice went to no avail. My heart grieves for the forgotten, the overlooked, the voiceless. This country needs to be faced head on for their inequitable choices. She was black. She was a woman. Two titles meant to be deemed with shame, but one thing for sure, we should never forget Adriana Smith's name. And this one, it's a little lighter. It's called Love Making versus Love Mistaken. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore and love. You brought me butterfly flutters and birds singing. You brought me blue skies and church bells ringing. You have brought me crickets chirping and trees swaying and waves crashing and sweet nothings and other sayings. You have brought me frequent trips to Cloud 9 and chocolate-covered strawberries on Valentine. You have brought me love songs and poetry and love notes in a bottle floating on the sea. And love. You have brought me rose-colored glasses. You have brought me toes in the sand and picnics on grass. It's brought me romantic movies and love letters. You brought me always and forevers and love. You have brought me skipped heartbeats. You have brought me hardly being able to stay in my seat. You have brought me starry eyes and stuttered words and some of the sweetest things I've ever heard. That's love. But love mistaken, it came with a cost. Sometimes it dies and sometimes it's lost. It came with tears and it came with heartbreaks and it came with traumas and that were hard to take. Sometimes it was presented as a facade. It was never real. Sometimes vicious in my life, it tried to steal. It came with hateful words and stung to the core and questions like, what am I here for? Sometimes it came with sleepless nights. Sometimes it came with full-blown fights. And sometimes it came with deception and toxic traits. And sometimes it came with one-sided debates. Love mistaken came with triggering fears and words spoken that fell on deaf ears. Mistaken love came with tears, anger, and pain. Sometimes it made me feel I was going insane. It came with aiming to tear someone down and not cherishing someone when they are around. Love mistaken came with the breakdown of trust. It was never about love. It was just about lust. Love mistaken comes with chaos, confusion, and red flags. Love mistaken boasts and it brags. Love mistaken was like a roller coaster ride. Love mistaken had many secrets to hide and pride. Love mistaken were holes in a wall or voices that shout. It was mistaken it was mistaken and making sure that you shut someone out. Love mistaken took advantage and it was lied to. There's no stability with anything you go through. All in all, love brought me hope. While when mistaken, it tears down. But love when nurtured was like a seedling breaking through the ground. I choose love. If I were to choose one based on transparency and truth, because love mistaken is to not love myself. If I don't love me, then I cannot love anyone else. Justified Poet on Instagram.
Get it one more time for Just Justified. Yeah. Hey, it's okay. Bring your book, bring your phone. You know what I'm saying? Some poetry read off is better than just right off the dome. You know what I'm saying? So do your thing. Do your thing. I didn't even try. What Soup said, I didn't think that was gonna be dope. You know what I mean? I just spit something out. But all right, you know what I'm saying? We running on time. So you know what I'm saying? I know y'all here for the feature. Y'all not here to see me. You know what I mean? But without further ado, I'm gonna bring up our next poet before our feature though. I do want to give this brother a shout out. He just won the Poetry in Motion last night. You know what I'm saying? Give it up. And I'm going to go ahead. Sean Q, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Q.
We got it. How y'all doing? Like he said, I did win the first round of season 2 Poetry in Motion. Thank you, Frank. Like I told when I first performed at one of Frank's events, I was like, I've been working up to get to a Frank Expression event, and like now look at him, I'm about to go on right before him, man. Life is good. So as of yesterday, I'm officially a published author. My Thank you. My first book, God's Complex, he either is or he has one, is now available on Amazon. Hard copies will be coming to you shortly, but you can order both hard copies and the digital copies right now today. So if you do, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna give y'all 2 pieces from that joint, and I'm gonna get out the way for Frank. All right, here we go. This first piece is called Daily Bread. It's actually the first piece from the book. Our Father, who art in heaven. Honestly, like, what is your name? Because what was told to me, it can't be the same. Because I called to you, I called to you, I called to you, I called to you, I called to you. Hello? I called to you. And the silence that comes back is driving me insane. Stuck left to deal with temptations of your creation that have only left me in a lower state. If it shall be done, then how come we must deal with your devilish ways? Feels like the sins of the father cross over to the child now. We must pay? For whom do we pray? We forgive you for creating your opposite. You know, the one you gave dominion over everything that's popular, music that I'm bopping to. No matter the genre, the devil music have you gyrating to some vibrations you shouldn't tap into. Why must we suffer for your acceptance? Me? I come to you every night in confidence, head bowed, knees bent, begging for some comfort, or at least direction to navigate how my life has been. You're all knowing, all seeing, but when it's time to talk, silence. Why is this? Then we're damned if we resort to violence. That's funny, because I'm made in your image. But is that how deep it went? We all know image is surface level. What's inside defines how you really live. Because the vengeance I feel could only belong to you. At times, I want to destroy everything. So what would you do? Look, I read the book. I sought the truth. I spoke with pastors, and the answers received from what we discussed is that knowledge is power. But that power wasn't for us. Because if it was, the tree of knowledge would have been given, not forbidden. But ever since we've learned that naked truth, we've looked at you like, dude, you knew? Peace. All right. Like I say, this is from my book's God Complex. This next one is actually my favorite piece from the book. Frank, you've heard it, so shh, be quiet. All right, so this next piece is called Time. You know it, Bridget heard it too. The most precious thing ever. We had the audacity to try and measure. When all we had to do was appreciate. It's been broken down from light speeds to heartbeats. I mean, I understand the need, but damn. Is it really that important to have a birthday? Is it really something to celebrate? Because if I never understood the concept, then every day, every hour, every minute, every second, I wouldn't understand that my life is fleeting away. I wouldn't look at my grandmother with joy, but also sadness because I know she doesn't have many more of these things we call days. So what is time? Should it be measured in quality or quantity? Would you rather a short life where you lived enormously or a long, agonizing existence where every decision ended horribly? Impact the longevity. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And I really don't like Thomas Ford for the 40-hour work week. That's 160 hours a month, 2,080 hours a year. I'm supposed to do that plus an extra 4 years of school, work till I'm dead or at least damn near. Yeah, fuck him. So what is time? Is it a man-made concept to keep us in order? I mean, after all, at 21, I can take one to the head. At 18, I can take one to the heart. At 12 or 14, she gets a period. The universe says she's ready to be with child, but what of her mind? See, now that's sick. So what is time? It's a cruel thing. Wine and pain are the only 2 things that get better with it. But combining the 2, you'll turn into something that the devil isn't. Coping mechanisms more start to define your very existence. You're not you. You react off what's in your system. But there was a time when you were the sweetest thing. But Google Gagas turned to hello bye-byes to shut the fuck up. Click, clack, pow, pow. When did we get here? In due time. And the worst part about it, Father Time is undefeated. Or is that a blessing? Because after so many deaths, you start to feel like you don't belong here either. If we live to die, then that dash has very little meaning. Spending the time to punch a clock when punching yours could be, oh, so relieving. I really hope reincarnation is real. Because if not, everybody in this room, we got a shitty deal. There's never enough time. Thank you. I'm clapping for myself. Like I said, my name is Sean Q. You can find me on Instagram at that's_Sean Q. Q is spelled Q-U-E. My book, God's Complex, is on Amazon right now for the digital version, $9.99. You know, I forgot what the paperback was. But yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Frank, it's on you, baby.
Give it up one more time for Sean Q, man. I see why he won. You know what I'm saying? I see. Shoot, and you had 10 minutes, dog. Shoot, man. But okay. You know what? Everyone say bad poet. Everyone say bad host. Okay. I didn't tell y'all my name this whole show. Y'all don't know who the heck I am. You done said Knox. Right. Yeah. My bad. So my name is Knoxlist, Knoxlist. It's on everywhere. I'm not saying Google me. I'm just saying social media. It's everywhere like that. But yeah. So if you want to follow me, of course I'll follow you back because everyone here that touched the mic is fire. Fire. Y'all definitely have a space to come back and do y'all thing again. Holla at us for a feature. You know what I'm saying? If you want some time, you know what I mean? The mic is open. It's an open mic. But all right. The reason y'all came. You know what I'm saying? The man done came down from NASA. He done been to the moon, the mountaintop, if you will. And he came down to give us the answers, the keys to life. Man, I love this guy. This is my brother. I can't wait to see what he doing his thing. And we running right on time. So, dog, the show is all yours. Give it up for our feature this evening, Frank Expression!
We are the Milky Way in Andromeda Galaxy, on track to crash into each other in a couple billion years. My fear is not that this will cause damage. It is that it will cause something far more beautiful than my eyes are equipped to process. A wonder so out of this world, it defies the laws of nature, of gravity, of love. So that's just as I've done with the stars. I've shifted the soul of my solar system, connected my eyes to my heart, so my feelings could believe that the first time I saw you, looming in the distance, you became the plug for all the black holes I forgot existed. With you, the universe is just a little brighter. With you, I feel larger than life. We are not a story of two star-crossed lovers. We are two souls mating in this life and the next. How y'all doing? I'm Frank Expression, y'all. Thank you, thank you. It is an honor to be here. That poem, forgot the title. Let's just call it Untitled. All right, but it's a dedication to my beautiful wife, Kayla Carter. Oh, man. But it's crazy being on a journey of love, because then you have to figure out, what is that for you? You see this? It's a flugelhorn. This is actually not even mine. It's my father-in-law. See, now we playing trumpet everywhere. I'll tell you that much. How y'all feeling tonight? Good. I saw this whole stage, this whole set. It's like, man, I gotta use everything. This is nice. Trumpet, okay, okay. You know, before I actually knew what love was, sometimes I still feel this way. Because I'm a tin man. Tough talk be tearing tiny tears in my tissue. Like tin, man, I'm a coward. The way I be lying through my teeth to save face, I shake because I'm lonely and I'm scared. Crows circle around me so much, they become only friends. I'm like the Iron Giant with all the rage, with the knack of lacking compassion. They say I'm all aggression. My depression decompresses the pressure of pleasing others. I'm swinging the axe at heads like I'm trying to save paper by decapacitating my pen. You see, my house is made of tin. So you know I don't have a signal. My communication's always artificial and just a little extra. Me, like E.T., I can't phone home because I'm an android. You need to check my void right here, my heart. It be a collapsed star, a black hole engulfing entire galaxies, a reflection of my cold silver armor to make women like me more. Or more like me, you know, a type of sheet metal, moldable, controllable. I am beaten and dented toy weapon, emotionally unavailable. Like I'm a war machine, equipped with love guns for hands, programmed with phrases like, I'm not like other 10 men. I'm different. Different from your other 10 men, I will rip any residual representation of righteousness from behind your rib. You know, I'm a 10 man, so I steal hearts. And just when you thought your world would end, I'll be back to terminate every last part of your heart, because I don't care. I'm a 10 man, I mean, a thin man, but a 10 man. My heart. Where'd it go? You know, I don't think I tell people enough about me, my story, who I am, where I come from. Originally, I'm from Baltimore. Shout out to anybody from North. Okay, there you go. A little bit, you know, gotta get, you know, class when you get them. But being here in Charlotte now, it's been an honor. You know, I've been playing trumpet since around 2004. Yeah, that was the year. The year was 2004. I'm in the 4th grade, and my dad said he'll teach me how to play. When I asked him, he showed me, right there in our living room. So I took my trumpet to school every single day. The teacher said, buzzing in your mouthpiece should sound like a duck. Mine sounds like air, like a cold winter air. After a winter storm, and my father passed away from a stroke. He was supposed to teach me how to play trumpet. When I saw his casket, a case with no soul, no longer instrumental to my life, I, a solo, attempted to be a strong melody for my mother, for my sister, needing a supporting harmony despite the aching in my heart being the harm in me. You know what? I feel like I was in an orchestra with no conductor. Even with father figures around me, with no man in the home, I had to make up a man when someone says, that's something your father would do. And I internalized every story, becoming a bad rendition of everything people thought my father was, until I was able to just feel comfortable in my skin, you know? And then I get a flashback of my grandfather pushing me back from a hug, telling me, no, men shake hands. Well, I guess they don't have feelings either. So I marched through it. I marched straight to college, knowing if my father could see me now, oh, how he'd be proud. If he could hear me now, oh, how it sound. You know, in HBCU band culture, to be considered an elite trumpet player, you have to learn to scream, play very high notes. Sounds something like this. Yeah! See, I learned how to play trumpet without him. I learned how to be great without him. I didn't need him. I didn't need him to teach me anything. I just wish he was there to teach me something. The year is 2019, and I have a bad habit of trying to impress people that no longer exist. So much so, I take on a lot of stress at work, but I get to release it through poetry, right? Then I go to the doctor, and he says, I have something called Bell's palsy. Whatever. Because of stress? Whatever. I put my trumpet to my lips and I put my trumpet to my lips and why can't I feel anything? Is half my face numb? You know, it's always something being an adult. Some type of situation that you end up in that you didn't plan to. Now I have to relearn how to smile? What? And now I gotta relearn how to write my story and treat poetry as just poetry, but not a replacement for therapy. The year is 2024, and I finally built a business for my art. I'm not a DJ like my father was, but I'm able to move a crowd through words and music. And I can't help but to see through everything, see the blessing from my father just not being there. How my mother made a way even when there was no way. I look past all the resentment and I feel blessed. So obviously I still play. To remember the first and only time I saw my father play trumpet on our couch. I play, that's just a chance to breathe sometimes. But most of all, I play just for the sake of getting to play another day. In peace, thank you. Thank you. Sometimes I feel like I'm just so lucky and blessed to just be here with you all. Shout out to all the poets in the room. Shout out to everybody just came to show up and show love. Thank you so much. It means so much, so deep inside. Because everybody doesn't make it to these chairs. Everybody doesn't get to grow up with us. So this next piece, it's dedication to two of my old friends from Baltimore, victims of gun violence. Baltimore City, man. Snap it up for your loved ones. When bullets are taking friends like trains, it's hard to stay on track. Derailing my focus, so I contemplate killing conductors. But I'm a passive passenger with my own locomotives, waiting on my bluffs to stop a means to end a life I've been trying to avoid joining my Father in heaven and meeting the Father in heaven. Either which way, home is where my heart is. So I stay on vacation until I hear old friends that have departed. My fear of missing out keeps me buckled in because I know on arrival, my eyes will become steamrollers, fueled by the cold that is ceasing to cease fire. I cease to see fire, only stay armed for the war on trains. They train us for this. Call life an emergency. Black boy maturity is cause for evacuation before he becomes man. 25 is a wreck age. Imagine becoming a crash extinguishers can't save you from. I emerged unbreakable, but still worry about the glass. As much as transparency. My drinks are complimentary. Evading my motion sickness. The more I'm dizzy, the more distracted. So I chug another, chug another, chug another, chug another, chug another, chew, chew. I can't stop the Polar Express transporting strangers to friends to memories I was never close to. I've lost my train of thoughts, prolonging my epilogue because my seats stay booked. I am always ready for resting rituals, even pack my best suit in case I want to be fresh for death. So just give me a window seat. Leave my pain alone. Disconnect the cart that is string along my heart. No more passing passengers. This train ticket's a toll taken when life isn't fair. All it costs is to wait. The only time measured is hours ogling over ostracized flower fields picked before ripening. Ain't nothing more to see here. For the first class viewing, broken bodies building my kingdom by the sea. And this poem ends where my pen is stationed. Maybe I should stop taking the train home. And peace, thank you. So, in the artist community, we talk a lot about mental health, for very good reasons. It's talked about at least a lot more now than it was 10, 20 years ago. A lot of us go to therapy and then have the poetry on the side just to almost superset the poetry. I'm saying, I like that. That's cool. I like that. So, luckily, I get to have both the music and poetry. And this next piece is just near and dear to my heart. Because not only does it have all the bars, it got the feeling in it that we're looking to get out of poetry. So, shout out to the love of art. What's the point in being alive when I am my own ghost writer? Every piece I spit is a shadow of my former self, profiting off a soul until I can afford my mortgage. Let purgatory be home to me. So welcome to my haunted house party. Y'all are just monsters in my basement, but this stage is my foundation, cement and entertainment, because I still get nervous performing. Like I'm the ghost in this town, but then I remember what a dead man said. When you fear the walking dead, your only escape is to say, fly. By disguising funerals as black tie affairs. And I'm drop dead gorgeous, partying high in this limbo. Even when I'm going ghost, my skin gets pasty. So I come off plain when I miss connections. Women ask me on the air how I take off so fast. I tell them it's easy. I just have baggage that I don't claim. But who's to care? If I carry it or carry on, a selfish Scrooge questioning my own salvation. If riches didn't really matter, why is it promised in the afterlife? What haunts my heart? How am I to be a believer if Christ must pass? Every encounter's a choice between paying death's toll or walking heaven's streets paved in gold, and I'll be pushing weight until I can afford power. I am ghosts. Y'all like that one? That's cool. I'm the trace you'll never find. The way I disappear is a crime. Blinding eyes with slime because I'm a real ghost buster. And you wonder why I was never present. This isn't just a phase I can phase through. I've been ghosted too. Why would I stick around when death is a mystery seducing my father figures from famous families? I learned to fend for myself, but no matter how much I'm studied, I'm still the result of cheating death, leaving me a ghost in the shell of a tin man. So at night you don't see me, I'm filling myself with spirits just to mimic transparency. Like Casper, I'm a phony ghost. His even friends leave me vacant. I guess that's what happens when you have no body. I am always triggered, hard to click. I'm a jam gun, but it wasn't a bullet that killed me. Here's a clue. It was a butler in the kitchen with a knife. And like the server I am, things are always black and white. And honestly, when I was alive, instead of facing punishment, I would hide the evidence. And I took my lies to the grave, and now my tomb is a crowded closet where perpetually sleep my skeleton. So on nights just like this one, instead of the white light, I choose the nightlife. Getting jiggy with the goons and the goblins, breaking down by embracing degradation, avoiding reincarnation. I can feel myself destructing. Watch me scribe annihilation. And I'll be riding to no end like a party that never dies. Let my goods be in mourning and never a goodbye. Just tell me words before they're unsaid. Even if you can't kill what's already dead. In peace, thank you. You know, I matched with Sidekick. It wasn't planned, but it happened. Because this is what we do now. We do costume changes on stage with poetry. You know, we out here. This is my encouragement to the poets in the room, to the guests in the room, anybody just thought about picking up a pen or anything like that. To keep writing, you know? Also, keep singing. Expression isn't just one thing, you know? It nice to be frank expression, but you can be your own kind of expression, you know? So, I need y'all help. Y'all the live studio artists today. All right, so I'm going to play something. You guys sing it back to me. All right, don't worry, there's plenty of practice. You got this. All right, I see some head nods. I see some nervous eye switching. Cool, bet. It's fine, it's fine. So I'm play a note. Y'all sing it back to me. Y'all ready? Wonderful. Y'all sound great. That's all you need. All right, now I'm going to play something in rhythm, and then you guys sing it back to me. Cool. Because I remember this. Folks, here's a story about an unknown poet. They wrote poems, but were afraid to show it. In their pockets sat sonnets and haikus. You'd be ashamed if this person was you. Y'all ready? They will hang out at open mics and showcases. Watch artists unload bars like shell cases. Meanwhile, harvesting a murder inside, but why? If it's your body, you have to hide. See yourself as more than just a story. You're an experience, no matter how corny. Leave your lefts, right your wrongs, empty your cue. An unknown poet is a person just like all of you. And peace. Thank you, guys. The end. My name is Frank Expression. You can follow me at Frank_Expression. That is Frank_Expression. Hey, if you're free, Wine About Poetry is this Sunday, and the 3-year anniversary is the 21st of this month. Some of your features are in the room. Oh, and openers. So be on the lookout for more details. All the ticket links are in my bio. All right, so see y'all. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Wonderful. You see this? Look at all these people. They're the cameras. This is so nice. All right, I left my stuff on the stage, so you do you.
Listen, brother was up here barefooted the whole time in the socks. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you did, dog. I feel like I just came and lived my bad. I did not.
No, you live here too.
Oh, respect. Appreciate it. But give it one more time for your feature, Frank Expression. Man, give it up for y'all sales. You know what I'm saying? For coming packing us out. Man, wow. Honestly, I was looking forward to you to continue it. I didn't even realize he was done. Like his time was really up. Like, dang. I was looking for more. But man, that was dope. We are auctioning off everything up here. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. But no, I thank y'all so much. Thank you again, Access 21, for giving us this space to release and be. This is community. So, you know what I'm saying? When we shut it down, connect with somebody in here. It's not church. You know, I'm not saying make sure you know what I'm saying, shake hands with 3 people. But just connect. You know, we came out here for a reason. So connect with somebody. I want to say thank you to Tariq. Thank you again to Beth holding it down. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Beth holding it down, producing the show. Thank you to everybody that's working the cameras. Thank y'all so much. Man, and yeah, we at 9 o'clock right on the dot. So thank y'all so much and see y'all next month. Peace.